you are. I'll try not to muck everything up while you're out. What news?
Care to accompany me to the riverside?
I do wish to see firsthand whether your skill at fishing has improved, yet, unfortunately, How fares the task thus far, Malinois? Our enemy yet remains indisposed with more pressing matters. The time to strike at him is now.
There is much left to do, Headmistress. You must know that. How much time do I have?
Who can say? Our enemy is time itself. Time's passage seems to bear little meaning anymore. Do not rush needlessly. The task will only take longer that way.
I'll do my best.
Even Mother Nyx's weapons favor you. Always thought the Nocturnal Arms would wake for me first. Guess the Fates had other ideas.
I think the Fates had you covered. You're the bearer of Stygius, vanquisher of heroes, gods, and titans.
Seems it was due for a long break.
Goddess? If you run into anything bad whilst you're out there, you come talk to me about it. Chances are I've seen it, fought it, otherwise gotten past it, and can offer some advice.
Definitely. Past, present, future. Abyssal visions. Into the abyss. Only temporary.
Gold flows freely throughout my domain. Claim it.
Ahoy, my little niece. I'm here with the spectacular Queen Hera, fairest wife of my distinguished brother, and all that. Shame I have never found myself a perfect mate as she. You'd bless us if I did, wouldn't you, Hera?
Oh, I'll assuredly bless you and your beloved mate, whomever they may be, Poseidon. Perhaps when all of this is over, you may resume your search in earnest. But until such time, get your mind out of the gutter.
Sure. Onward. Follow the River Acheron beyond the necropolis.
Given the opportunity, you sided with my kin, foregoing my boon when I first generously offered it. Whilst that little scuffle is behind us, I do not appreciate any such slights. I trust I've made myself quite clear.
A boon awakened. Back to the main square. Let's see. This is the Titan's fault. Out. My blades grow sharper still.
Yes!
The barrier's weakening. What else is here? One less pylon. Hear me, on my authority. A sudden surge.
Let's take these wretches down. See that? See that one? Good evening.
Lord Charon will want this.
Hard making friends with goddesses, but I have what I need. We can be on our own without feeling alone, you know? I hope you know. That's how it is for me.
I do know, and feel much the same. When we're not watching one another's backs, we have Selene and Headmistress watching over us. Still, it's always good to see you face to face.
You too. Most of my family I can do without most of the time. You're an exception. We may not be sisters by blood, but you'll always be Sister Malinoe to me.
Likewise, Sister Artemis.
Look at you, sister! Your brother once had us all convinced he was trying to fight his way to Olympus. Now none of us can believe you're trying to do it for real.
I've known Hermes about as long as you, and can count the number of favors he's asked of me on one hand. Besides, I could use the change of scenery.
Then by all means. What a time that you're on your way up to the mountain while I'm on my way down to the underworld. At least we crossed paths. Here. Fight on, sister.
Olympus, I accept this message. Fit for a queen. Shades, I release you. Some of these golden coins. I'll show myself out. I bear the gift you generously gave to me. A keepsake to bring fortune on such nights. Things are looking up already. Well, it can't hurt. Olympus, I accept this message. A wave of power.
A dinner guest. You know who's disrespected me like this? Nobody. Nobody took my sheep. Took my eye.
Nobody took your eye? You must have lost it. I'll keep an eye out for it. I mean...
Nobody's gonna pay for all that someday. But you're gonna pay right now. Metaphorically, I mean. I'm not gonna take your money. Just gonna eat you. Bones and all. Having some friends over. You're gonna pay real soon.
Eat that. Fear of the realm spreads. Return to Shadow now. Mission complete.
Can I get a little privacy here, Mel?
Princess. Your family has been of keen interest to the Fates for some time, hasn't it? Ever since Kronos learned he was doomed to be usurped by his own children.
A prophecy that was only fulfilled because Kronos learned of it and desperately tried to prevent it from coming to pass. Perhaps I'd have an easier time with the fated list if I tried to thwart it at every turn.
I wouldn't second guess too much. Later, your father and uncles drew lots to divide up their rule of the world. By chance, your father wound up with the least desirable part, didn't he?
Perhaps the underworld best suited him. So now it's my turn to see that the will of the Fates is done. If they even planned this far ahead.
They were captured, so this can't all be according to their plan. But they are counting on your aid.
I appreciate their confidence.
You're really getting under Nemi's skin lately. Saw her run out in a huff, clanky clank, not long after talking to you. What'd you say that got her so worked up? I'll have to add it to my arsenal.
I wouldn't know. We've discussed my task from time to time, and she's interested in helping out however she can. I think she's just very determined to see our plans succeed.
I hear you. Fine. A witch never reveals her tricks, something like that. Well, just watch yourself with Sis, is all I'll say. She won't let anybody get too far ahead.
She sure won't.
And, that's the end of my report this time, madam. Should you have any questions, please don't hesitate to summon me at any time.
I shan't, Odysseus. Although there is one further matter that I wanted to discuss with you, and rather quietly.
Certainly, madam.
If you were... I'm out of here. My vigil thus resumes.
Infinite possibilities. I can do this. Skipped me ahead.
I believe your magic shall be of little use in this form.
The air's thick. To chaos. Just me. Some coins.
I cannot know what it is like to meet one's creator, but you may, and perhaps have. Your father is no longer in his residence. I sense much has changed. Yet he is not far from there. Perhaps I shall assist you in locating him.
Lost my train of thought, cousin. For Aphrodite here, she doesn't seem to understand the meaning of a private conversation. Lady, would you care to join us then?
Oh, dear Apollo, yes, I always care to join your conversations, especially the private ones. And is there any who could blame me? Love and sunshine go together, after all.
Greater might. Something changed about my Chaos Boon.
My, is that some sort of adorable little animal you have with you, gorgeous? Your worshippers come in all shapes and sizes, then. I mostly stick to bewitching gods and mortals myself.
Creatures free, nothing to ground us. Ebb and flow.
My heart.
Don't stir the water.
You won't stop me. You took me for simple prey. In the name of Hades. Wow. Breathe it in. Going in. In the name of Hades.
Gull and sturgeon, carp and scoffer, whale and
Excellent.
campus,
You again. All right, guys, this is it. This is the big one. Our big break. Right here. For Scylla and the Sirens! Hit me. Kill it, Jetty!
favorite sirens. You're so obsessed with me.
Return to Shadow now. Chaos trial done.
It's my job, Moros. Simple as that. No one else wants to do it. No one else can do it.
But the retribution you see fit to dole out, how can you be so certain that decisions about such consequences are yours alone? The Fates have quite a bit of say in it as well.
What, you think I'm just another mindless puppet our sisters are pushing around? Come on. Their prophecies are vague because they don't really know what's coming.
Even if that were true, the burden of choosing who deserves what, I wouldn't want to bear it on my own. Otherwise, my judgment would have to be perfect at all times. Yet we are fallible beings.
Speak for yourself.
I was.
Recovered. 'Tis fortunate your father's realm is vast indeed, that you may circumnavigate it at the edge of Oceanus, where our enemy is relatively weak.
If we cannot pass directly through Elysium, then we shall make what way we can. Though the fiends that lurk the border of the sea care not for my presence.
God-hating monsters with salt in their veins. The seas covering the world's surface just were not enough for them. Sunken ship.
You be wary of the sorts you meet out there, all right? You find a live one gives you any trouble, you know where to hit them where it hurts.
I most certainly do.
She's here, now watch and learn.
To think the gifts of the Veil were those statues. I always thought it was the Veils themselves. The draperies sewn with the finest fabric of the Fates. Where are they anyway?
Oh, those? We, sent them back into the shadows once they came. They were just packing materials, you know? You got the real deal, I swear.
I still cannot entirely believe that Knight would honor me with such an ostentatious display. Although, perhaps these gifts are less for me and more for those who serve our cause.
Now that you mention it, the Shades do like to gawk at them when you're not here. You get to inspire them even if you're not around. If that's not eternal glory, what is?
These Shades are inspired because I went out of my way to use the Oath of the Unseen purely for personal gain.
Yeah, they're easy to please. But not you, apparently. Jeez, I didn't know Knight's champion was gonna have so many questions all the time. You want the statues or don't you?
I do.
Good! Because we can't send them back now that you open them up.
What?
What?
Visions of darkness. For the realm. Chaos.
This is a trial of destruction, so please see what...
There's no one god of vengeance on Olympus, because we all share that responsibility at times. Go on, take back what's yours.
Rest again for now. The Sigil of Frost. Grandmother, we've so much making up to do for all the time we could have spent getting to know each other. I trust we'll do just that soon enough, though for right now, there's this.
It's strange. As much as I loved your mother, she never honored me thus. Perhaps I was too lenient with her, or perhaps your generation is merely more considerate of their predecessors. Nothing lives in the city of Ephira, and I shall keep it that way until its infestation of shambling wretches is brought to heel. Though you need not concern yourself with the details. We have someone already on the case.
Wow. That barrier's back up. to it. Shall we head back, Homer? The barrier's lost some of its strength. Ghastly thing. Hear me, on my authority. Desolation. Oh. Caught. I draw you down, O moon. Lend me your light.
I felt a weight drawing me toward the crossroads recently, and realized it was the pitch-black stone. So then it has awakened, almost like an eye itself, but far older than mine, and peering from the infinite abyss. Please make your choice. The dead shall rise.
Where next? Last one.
All of us here want you to succeed, cousin, though none so much as Lady Demeter. I'm reminded that you are her grandchild after all. Wait, she wants to speak to you herself.
Thank you for your advocacy services, Apollo. Should I have need of them again, I shall apprise you. For now, my granddaughter requires our abilities, not honeyed words.
I used to fill my days with whisking mortal newly-deads down to your father's realm. Honestly grew to like it soon enough, so even after Gramp showed up, I kept on stopping in when I could sneak a trip.
Up there. Shades, you're free.
Remember how I said that we don't ever fight with one another on Olympus, little niece? Well, that might have been a slight exaggeration on my part, but I stand with Hera on this one. We think your efforts are best spent up here.
They'll drown. Barrier destroyed. Finally. In the name of Hades. I shall, Lord Charon.
Gotta be kidding.
You said nobody took your eye before, as well as your sheep. How did you lose them then?
Nobody played a dirty trick on me as Al. Plus the sailors thought they could get away with my sheep. So I ate a couple of them. The sailors, that is. But nobody got me when I wasn't looking. Then he got away.
And you've sought vengeance on this nobody ever since.
Oh, not me personally. Someday somebody's gonna get nobody for what he did. So I am gonna get you right here and now. Here's some of my pals.
Nap time. In shadow I serve. What? Return to shadow now. Thank you, Chaos.